framework I use is that business leaders are risk and system owners. They are ultimately accountable. They make the final decisions. No one can block them from doing something. With that said, they should rely on the advice of risk advisors like cybersecurity, privacy, legal, ethics teams to give them recommendations on what to do. And then once the business leader makes a decision, those risk advisors are also implementers. They're the ones who will turn on the monitoring tools. They will make the modifications to the contracts. They will make the press release to the public. But I think it's important to have a distinction between the risk owners and the risk advisors. And where companies really tie themselves in knots is when they merge the risk advisor and risk owner role and essentially have the chief information security officer sign off on things. And we saw a pretty glaring example of this going wrong with the SolarWinds cybersecurity incident, which was reported in 2020. And the CISO in that situation was sued in his personal capacity by the SEC because of some representations that had been made, because of some SEC filings that had been made, which the CISO himself had not even signed off on. And frankly, I think the government created a ridiculous situation where the CISO was accountable for SEC filings, even though his signature wasn't on them. And I made a LinkedIn post about this that says, well, if you're going to be a public company CISO, then when you're in the job negotiation, you need to say, okay, well, I get veto authority on any SEC filings. And if you think about that situation, that's ridiculous. The CISO is not the chief financial officer. He's not the CEO. He should not be approving or disapproving SEC filings. So that's what happens when you merge, when you conflate the risk owner and risk advisor roles. It should be the CEO that should be answering for what a business does or doesn't do in AI or really any sphere.